Welcome to our Royal Rumble preview. What a hell of a show. And of course, I'm bringing back for the second time ever one of my very good friends, Skylar. What's up, buddy?
Hello, everyone. Glad to be back.
Royal Rumble. I'm not going to go through every single entry, but of course I'll go through the surprises because that's what really everybody cares about. Jackie Blackheart came in at number 5 with her tank, shot Billy Kay with the little shooter thing. That made my roommates very happy. They were drawn right to that. They're like, she comes out with a tank and she goes all the way to the ring? What?
Badass. My crush. She's just,
Jillian Hall and Billy Kay were tag team partners for a good hot minute there.
Jillian, I've missed her. And she came out with sliced bread.
She still can't sing, bro.
What?
She still can't sing.
Oh, doesn't even matter at this point.
Shock of the night for me was Victoria coming back, especially hitting that Widow's Peak.
Yes.
The long-awaited Rhea Ripley, who came just so close to winning, left it all the way to the end.
The ending, perfect. Huh.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
Tori Wilson? Okay.
I respect her.
Mickie James?
She better be back full time.
With some badass gear, I might add.
Yes.
Alicia Fox?
Another queen. Yeah. Hey, she queen.
Okay. Dakota Kai with her new pink hair.
Love it.
Looking to go to the finals for that Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic over at NXT. Her and Raquel Gonzalez are my picks to go all the way. Lana.
Honestly, I was happy.
She got an elimination.
Yeah, but it was storytelling elimination.
It
was a good storytelling. She was doing really good. She was holding against her own. Wig on point, outfit on point. Her makeup looked great. No more red lipstick. She looked amazing. She did amazing. Praise.
I will say, her and Natalya were matching gear. Of course, you don't know, Natalya has very much trained Lana. She's training a lot of the younger talent down there in their garage with TJ. Just thought I shout that out. And the last surprise was Ember Moon. Oh, so nice to see her back in the main roster with all those women.
Oh, I think I don't miss her on the main roster, though. I think NXT is where she belongs.
Really?
I think it's more of her style of wrestling. I don't think how main roster works is good for her. I think the fast-paced NXT woman being hardcore is more of her style.
I see that.
Yeah, it just works.
Rhea Ripley had the most eliminations at 6. Bianca came close at 4. And of course, your winner, Bianca Belair, lasting 56 minutes, beating Natalya's record, I believe 54 or 52.
One of the even numbers.
But I believe it's 54. I could be wrong. But I'll go with that ending because that's something that really got to me, and I'll explain why. Rhea, Bianca, you know Vince did not write that ending. That was Hunter. You knew he was backstage so proud because those are his babies. Those are his kids that are making history, proving that if you come from NXT, it's not a guarantee you'll get buried. Yes. You'll make it. And it could have went either freaking way.
Mm-hmm. I would have been happy either way, but Bianca, it made me almost cry.
I did cry.
Kimmy.
I will say the one thing I do wish is if Bianca came out at 1 and won the whole thing. Yeah. That was my prediction.
I think because what they did later on the night, they were like, let's kind of switch it up.
Well, obviously, but if it didn't happen and the right person won, then it would have made sense to that.
I do like that it was Charlotte, Rhea, and Bianca because almost a year ago, those three were feuding NXT. It was a full circle, and Vince did not do the women's match.
Thank you, TJ and Triple H, who probably put it together.
Too much. They thought this was too much thinking process for Vince.
I believe this was the best Women's Royal Rumble match.
I agree. I generally agree.
I don't think there were too many surprises. I think they were generally spread out.
I
So it
think
wasn't back to back.
and the eliminations were kind of like they were like very like
They weren't put together and so quick.
yeah, like they had time for everyone to shine. Like even the surprise entrance,
Even
they
though
had a
the
good amount of time in the ring before they got eliminated, which I like. It wasn't too much, it wasn't too little. It was like a good amount.
even though the camera cut away from Bailey.
Yeah, that was
Good job, producer. The other thing, and this was my fear with COVID, I thought there was like going to be a limit of the amount of people out in the ring, and they were having 10, 15 people there at a time.
yeah.
And I was like, ooh.
Which kind of is the limit, I guess, in Florida. Probably more in Florida. But yeah, I went to my mom and was like, "Oh, this doesn't follow the COVID regulations."
No way. CDC be like choking watching this, like, what is happening? I will say I am shocked though, and this is like one of the last points I'll make. I don't think Alexa Bliss should have been eliminated like that. I thought it was different. I like they did it mid-dark, but she was a favorite. I
Yeah.
see her being the only person that can challenge Asuka because she is really, in my opinion, the only relevant person on the Raw Women's division that they're using. And she didn't even get an elimination. She was in there for like 3 minutes
I
and got
think
eliminated so quickly.
yeah, I think their problem was they were in a rock and a hard place because they were trying to do the transformation, but because they're live, kind of hard to do, especially if they don't go out from commercial. So like they were like, "Oh, we can't do this. So we have to get her out while she's distracted in a way."
I see that.
And I'm kind of mad they didn't put it into like Randy Orton's Royal Rumble because it kind of was seeming it was leading to that, and they didn't do it. And I was
that's
like,
why we'll get that. That's why I thought somebody was coming.
yeah.
Well, like I said, I think this was the best Women's Royal Rumble. I think this Royal Rumble was better than the men's.
Oh, 100%. I told you I was boasting this, like boosting this up because I was happy seeing the return, seeing the people from NXT who I love. Like the beginning until like Shayna, it was all my favorites, just coming and coming. And I was like, because like I love women's wrestling. And then Shayna came, and I was like, oh, okay. But then more people I liked came, and I was like,
and shout out to Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
What the hell?
You text me that because I was like, I was paying attention, and then you text me that I was like, wait, what? Because I saw it on Twitter. I was like, it's whatever. I thought it was just like Rollins maybe, and then it was like Becky, and I was like, wait, no way. There's no way because she's only a month out. She ain't ready.
I know. Thank you, Rollins, for sending your wife that beautiful picture of the gorilla position.
You got us. You got us. You duped us. I feel pranked.
I thought she was going to attack Natalia. Like, I had all these things running through my head.
I was like, Natalia's down. Maybe Becky's going to come in. No, we were duped. We were so naive. So naive.
Not nice.
Mm-mm. I do want to say
Go.
the Iconics mini reunion, and my heart was happy.
Do the iconic pose.
But you know, because Billy was like Riot Squad, and then Payne was like, and then Payne didn't help her. I was like, girl, you saw it. You could have helped her. You could use your eyes. I just had to mention that because I love the Iconics.
Huge mistake in breaking them up, but that's a rant.
We gotta do a rant video episode.
We will. Surprises first, and I'll explain how I had a heart attack. So the first surprise is actually at number 8 with Carlito.
I was so happy.
He didn't get to bite his apple though.
I know.
But
he looks great. He is in shape.
He does. It's great. I will mention Ricochet lost his qualifying match. Why was he in the Rumble?
You're right.
You didn't notice that?
Totally forgot about that.
I'm screaming.
Look, it could have been because Keith Lee was probably supposed to be in it. And then
Jey Uso too.
yeah. Because I know Mia Yim, like, she's out for a while.
I believe Keith also has COVID. I saw that somewhere.
I thought it was just Mia.
Mia announced it, but I saw both of them do, but I could be wrong.
I don't know.
But like you said, I'm assuming it was supposed
Yeah.
to, Keith was supposed to come out at 12.
They couldn't get an NXT star. Like, that was just like Johnny Gargano. Could have had Johnny Gargano in there.
R-Truth came out and ruined the Women's Royal Rumble for about 2 minutes.
I don't know why they did that.
I
don't know why. I mean, good for Alicia. I will always say that. Good for Alicia.
Damian Priest, who came out with the most eliminations at 4, unless my math was wrong.
He better show up on SmackDown or Raw.
I'm hoping. SmackDown, blue baby.
Mm-hmm.
There's a hurricane coming. Our favorite producer's back.
Yes. They hired him just so he can get beat at the Royal Rumble.
Clearly. That's the only reason. A very emotional moment, because if you saw where the camera panned to Edge did have tears in his eye and he was crying because his best friend's back.
I cried. When Christian came out, when that happened, I was like, there's no way. Because he has concussion after concussion after concussion. Wasn't allowed to wrestle. But I guess because also Bryan was like that. So they were like, maybe we'll give it a try. And then I guess Edge was like, I don't want to, like, this is my theory. Like, he didn't want a surprise entry because he knew Christian was coming back and was like, gonna give this to him.
That makes a lot of sense.
But like,
I was very anxious at this point, so I didn't take in the moment as much as I should have.
Oh, it was beautiful.
It was beautiful, like the hug.
Oh, the tag team. Look, they're both like, what are they, 50s?
Edge is 50, I believe. Yeah, they're the same age.
Same age. Great shape.
Yes.
Christian deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
He does. Speaking of hugging, I forgot Kane. Because Kane and Daniel Bryan hugged.
Oh, yeah. Mayor Kane.
Hey, he got 2 eliminations.
And then he got out because they don't want to explain how the mayor got injured.
And then I'll explain Rollins for you. So if you were not following along Twitter like I was all day, Rollins at the last second was boosted up to the favorites to win in the betting odds. This is how Drew won last year. Same thing happened. Number 1 the betting odds is the last second. So I'm like, oh my Lord. So now I'm sitting there, every single number, and I'm sitting there in my head saying who should come out. And now you're thinking every member of the Hurt Business, Bobby Roode, Jey Uso. There were a couple other names that were coming to my head, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And now you have, like, I forgot about Sheamus. Yeah, I was like, I'm like, that's a spot. I forgot about AJ for a couple seconds there, and I was like, oh, here's another spot Rollins isn't in. And I was so petrified. And I thought he was coming out at 30 because he was number 30 last year. So I was like, maybe they don't want to do it twice, but then, like, why have Strowman come back on SmackDown to be 30?
Yeah. Don't get me started on that one.
I miss SmackDown. I'm pretty happy I did after reading what happened.
Yeah.
So when Rollins did come out, I'm sure you've heard me all the way from Jersey to Staten Island.
Yes, I did.
And I was like, all right, let's run this thing. Let's do this. I forgot to do the eliminations once he actually entered the Rumble. I believe, off the top of my head, I think he had 3.
Yeah.
Because he eliminated Bryan.
Which I also heard you scream about that one.
Well, they squashed their beef. They're good now.
Yeah.
But I was screaming at TV. I'm like, all that anger of what his wife said about Becky. This is all you. Ow. See, I'm angry that Rollins didn't win. So, like, obviously, like, I'll explain my whole Rollins thing here. So, obviously, we're going. He eliminates Bryan. And I'm like, oh, Twitter, stop happy.
No.
I'm not going to go on Twitter. No. And now I'm looking in the ring, and I'm like, okay. Now, I knew, because, you know, they did a whole spot where Randy left, and that's what they did with Rollins in 2019. So, I'm like, okay, he's going to come back out. Keep that in my head.
Yeah.
I'm looking in the ring, and it's at this point, it was Christian, Strowman, Edge, and Rollins. And I'm like, okay, let's see. Christian's not going to win.
No.
Strowman, no.
That would have been horrible.
And now I'm looking at Edge and Rollins. And I'm like, okay, they could be the final two, which they were for a period of time.
By the way, I picked Edge. She had Rollins.
I had Nakamura, actually, because I didn't want to get my hopes up. So I was out from the beginning. So I'm like, okay, Rollins and Edge make sense for the final two. You know, the story they had in 2014, full story. Okay. So now in the back of my head, I said this on my video with Izzy. I don't want two winners from the same brand. And I said after the women's, who the hell from Raw is winning?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh no. And Rollins had it. He hit that stomp, and I'm like, here we go. 2019, 2021. Yes. Oh no.
Oh no.
He very much tried to grab onto Edge's boot. The
Yeah.
bottom rope. He's like, oh, and I'm like, oh, Colby. And I'm like, Edge.
No.
I'm like, Edge won? Oh, Randy. I'm like, Randy's gonna win his third one and tie Austin. Oh, hell no. Oh, okay. Oof.
Oh, my heart stopped.
Your heart stopped.
My heart stopped when Randy came back in because I was like, oh, I don't want a third time. Like, that'd be really cool for him. Achievement, whatever. I don't want it.
I'll let you go on your spiel about it before I go on mine. Go.
Okay. So from the beginning, I was like, Edge is winning. Straight on, I said Edge and Bianca. Totally said that.
I have proof in a text.
Yes. And so when he came out, badass as he is, destroying Randy, cool. Everyone else started coming out, started attacking him. I was like, oh God. No. No. And then as it got on, he was there. He was just laying on the ground, trying to catch his breath.
Got a boo-boo in the process, possibly.
Who knows? Maybe
his poor arm.
A little sore. And then Christian came out. I was like, yes. Okay, this is happening. Better not turn on him like Randy did. That was my fear. And then they did a double team. They did a double team on Braun Strowman. The little cool move they did. I was like, oh, fancy. And then here he held his arm. I was like, oh no, you cannot be injured. This can't change how I think it's going. And then it's Christian, Edge, Braun, and Seth. Seth's like, come on, buddy. Let's get them. I
was so scared. I'm like, it's over from here.
I was like, no.
Or when Rollins first came in and Cesaro, I'm like, oh my God.
That freaked me out. I was like,
I collapsed on the couch.
Are they really gonna bring him to eliminate him that quickly?
I have rug burn on my legs from collapsing.
No. Not again.
I did it in 2019. I thought it was good luck.
And then when they finally got Braun out, and then Seth got Christian out, I was like, oh, it's down to me and Kimmy. And then he tried to stomp him. He was like, no. I don't remember if he speared him or not. It's a little bit of a blur.
I don't think so.
No, I think he just threw him over, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, people. It's been a long night.
And then Rollins was trying to hold. He was swimming in the air for a couple seconds.
And then he was like, boom. And then we were like, yeah, wait, the bell didn't ring. RKO. My heart stopped. That's the moment I think I flatlined for a minute. And then Edge got up so quickly, threw him out, bell rung. And I was like, yes, where's the Fiend?
Where's the Fiend?
Where's the Fiend?
Well, I told you I wanted him to be off TV till Mania. So it looks like we're going to do that.
He might come back tomorrow.
Oh, no, it's not.
They didn't do it tonight. They might do it tomorrow.
I'll say this about the Men's Royal Rumble. I did not like how Edge and Orton were constantly back, going in and out under the bottom rope. That's a personal thing for me, just because I felt like I'm this is what's gonna happen. They're both gonna go to the back. Everyone's gonna go. Rollins is gonna be there. He's gonna be the winner. Then they're both gonna eliminate Rollins. Thankfully, that did not happen.
No.
But also like the women's, I felt like the surprises were very spaced out,
Yeah.
which I liked. But something that like I don't know, like I just felt like the women's like everything was there, where the men's it just like
Yeah, it was honestly, I was not like surprised. I guess it's because they do have more men on the roster than the women. So they have to pull all these people like from their hat and be like, we need this person, and like we don't know what's gonna happen because there's not a lot of women on the roster. Like there's like what, 20 of them maybe?
Well, I believe it was said on Smack like the pre-show, like 13 spots are still available for the Women's Royal Rumble as
Yeah.
surprises. Where I think for the men's it was like 8.
Yeah. So it's just that's the problem. Like we know who's gonna be in the men's. We don't really know who's gonna be in the women's. So that's like a good like, and as the generations go on for the women, it's gonna keep going like that. While as the men, it's just like a repeat and a repeat and a repeat. Also, they miss Aleister Black.
Buddy, I'm like,
Ugh.
it's
But,
just, I'm telling you, all out this year or next year, he'll be there.
Oh,
All out AEW. Him and Mox, there you go.
and Zelina. Ooh,
I'm calling it right now.
Ooh.
Well, I see Zelina going to TNA, but that's my own.
Yeah. But so I think that's why the men's are so like that's why I want the women like to main event it again. They only did it once.
They deserve that spot.
They deserved it. I mean, but it also makes sense because it was fresh, and like I feel like later on we would have been that as bored. So it's a tricky situation we're in.
I will say Edge was also the third person to win from the number 1 spot, following what is it, Sean and Chris Benoit? It's Chris Benoit, Sean. Yeah, it's Chris. I saw it on Twitter.
Okay, good.
I just need to make sure Sean was it. I'm like, yeah, Sean. Yeah.
They mentioned that.
Yeah, okay. Well, they're not going to mention the other name.
Oh, no. That's why I don't know about it.
They were like, you know what's sad? They're going to say Edge and they're going to say Michaels. Not going to say the other one.
No, because they say Shawn Michaels is the only one.
Not true, guys. Go back 2004.
Please, they said there's 4 women who entered the Men's Royal Rumble, and they did not show Karma or Awesome Kong at all.
That's unbelievable.
How petty.
Listen, they're always going to be petty. Let them be petty.
I know.
I will say, like I said in the beginning, I think they very much stacked the odds to go on for 2021.
Yes.
I think this will be their best pay-per-view of the year. I don't think they're topping it.
I'm scared because they do this every year. Because honestly, like last year was pretty good too. Besides the Roman Reigns and Baron Corbin match. Yeah. But like it was pretty good. And then this year it's good. And then they go on this pattern because they can't think.
And then we'll get to like SummerSlam and we're like, what the hell?
Because WrestleMania I know is gonna be good. It's a 2-night thing again.
I'm excited for that.
I am too. I'm excited to see what they're gonna pull. And then after WrestleMania, it's like they don't think past, which I get because WrestleMania is a huge thing. But they got to do something.
I'm hoping
different writers on for different pay-per-views.
I swear, Raw and Smash are not written by the same person. They're not. Like I know Bruce writes both, but there's no way he uses the same brain on Monday that he does on Fridays.
They've been going for 3 hours for years. Why can't they get it right?
Ask Bruce Pritchard. I'm sure he'll give you an answer.
Paul Heyman was good on that spot.
Thanks.
Paul Heyman was doing.
Thanks, Vince. Or AJ. Who's ever responsible for that?
Both.
I don't think it's AJ. I think it's Vince.
So because he was making people anyway.
Because oof.
Yeah.
So next pay-per-views, February stacked. He's got NXT TakeOver the 14th. Then you got the Chamber the following week. And then we're in Revolution terms. We're going to AEW. So we got a stacked 2021.
Yes.
On a scale of 1 to 10, where do you rate this Royal Rumble pay-per-view overall?
I say 10. Honestly, it's pretty high. I haven't enjoyed a pay-per-view like that in forever.
I was very excited today from morning to night, even though he caused me a heart attack. King, I'm happy to have you back. We're going all the way. You're taking that title off him. You show him you're the head of that damn table. I don't care. We've battled Paul before. We beat him. We do it twice.
Yes.
And I'm saying it right now on January 31st at 11:49. Seth Rollins is winning the Elimination Chamber.
Yes.
I
agree.
That's the only thing he hasn't done. He's done everything else.
Ooh.
That and main eventing Mania and a King of the Ring. He's done every single thing.
Are they gonna make the Elimination Chamber for the title or number one contendership for WrestleMania?
Number one contender.
I agree.
That's my early prediction.
Oh,
Guys, if I'm right.
So good. Oh, yes.
Hire me as a writer. What are you waiting for?
Also, Bianca versus Sasha gonna main event that WrestleMania.
Let's do it twice.
Yes. It's gonna.
Where can we follow you on socials, my friend?
Instagram of Skylar _ 5 times Nicole. Twitter the same thing, and then if you want to follow my TikTok, same thing.
I want to know your reviews on the comments. I know a lot of people have been texting me saying like, "Oh, Alexa, are you excited for Rollins? I've got many. Are you okay?" texts in the past hour. I'm not. But make sure to follow me on Twitter, Kimmy_WB, Kimmy Talks Wrestling. And also, if you're not doing anything tonight, I believe after Raw, make sure to check out the Bob Culture Podcast on Facebook because I am predicting AEW Beach Bash. I have some nice things to say about this upcoming wedding, and I'll just give you a nice preview. If Miro doesn't turn major heel here, they did this for no reason. Thank you all for tuning in, and I will see you all tonight if you're going to tune into the podcast, and if not, Tuesday for our Monday Night Raw review. Let's just say Royal Rumble, clean slate. Let's do this thing. Bye.
Bye.